Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. We're outside the Emirates after a 1-0 loss against Arsenal in the Premier League. Lewis, we had a lot of hope riding on this game in terms of the fact that maybe we could have got something from it. Only one goal. Does that mean that we could have still got something from this game? Do you feel like maybe if we'd have done something differently it could have changed, or is it just a total disaster all round?
It's like a bit of both, to be honest. It's a disaster in terms of the result. In terms of the performance, it's toothless as fuck again. I feel like losing Cole Palmer obviously wasn't going to help with that, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad of a drop-off, especially with Palmer's drop in form. But look, this was two teams that didn't play well. We just happened to be even more toothless than Arsenal. At least they were a little bit direct when they had the ball. At least they were able to formulate a few chances. And they got the goal off the set piece. That is genuinely the difference between the two teams. That's it. One set piece and a 0-0 draw between two teams who really did not show anything. They just showed a little bit more than us.
Talk to me about the starting lineup.
I would have liked to see Lavia start. Like, at least give him a little 60-minute cameo or something. Maybe you weren't ready to do it because I don't think he had any minutes leading up to this game. But I assumed it was all in the build-up for this game. Maybe you just weren't able to play and it's whatever, but no Palmer, it was always going to look a little bit dire. Like Sancho and Nkunku, both of them didn't give us anything again. Enzo, I thought, had a little bit of heart. Like, he tried to make something happen at times, but didn't lead to nothing. Neto just, half the time he was on the right, half the time he was in the middle. It looked like we were interchanging with who was up top at times, but it all just led to the same thing. No focal point in the middle. No one to really try and get the ball to, and we just get stuck in the horseshoe of death formation, just moving the ball from side to side. It's just mad that yet again, Cucurella was probably our most dangerous forward. Again, shout out to him, but all in all, what a dreadful performance. It's another one of them games where you play for 4 hours and you're never going to score.
Was Cucurella's shot the only one we had on target, or was there another one?
I think he had another header that was close, but it bounced and it was never going in.
They were both Cucurella.
Yeah, they were both Cucurella. I don't think we did anything else other than that. So that's our game. It's literally just our game. We grew into the game and controlled it more. The first 20 minutes, we were just dying out there, conceding chances left, right, and centre. But even then, that's where it got to. That's the best for us. Just controlling things a bit more, dictating possession a little bit more. That was our highlight. What a shit show. What a nothing game.
What about Sanchez in goal?
He's a bum. We know he's a bum. He's a good shot stopper. I won't knock that from his game. Fair enough. But it's you're a goalkeeper. I expect it. Passing was still a problem. He passed it to Martinelli 5 minutes into the match. We nearly conceded off that. I didn't also get the long game to nobody, but that's obviously tactical from the manager. So I want to know what Maresca was thinking with that one. Long balls for days against that Arsenal backline. You're losing every ball, if not every second ball. That's not going to lead to anything.
What about defensively as well? We had Badiashile in there. I don't think
I actually thought Badiashile was pretty good, to be honest, especially in the second half. First 15, I thought he was sloppy, but he grew into the game, and by the end of the second half, I had him as our best centre-back. Surprised to see him come off, in all honesty, but yeah, I thought he was decent. I thought Fofana, a little bit too rash at times for my liking. Colwell, I won't front, I barely even noticed the guy, but Badiashile was the only standout centre-back for me, to be honest.
Okay. And then Reece James inverting again. We saw it against Copenhagen. I am surprised that Maresca opted to invert him. Well, I say that, he wasn't even inverted, he was practically in the midfield the whole time. So, I mean, do you think that's something we're going to see going forward, and what did you make of it?
Look, I think it was only because Lavia couldn't play. Because I was speaking to my mates on the way to the ground. I said I wanted Lavia starting and then take him off at 60 and put Reece James in there. Have Caicedo invert from the right-hand side. We didn't see that, though. For whatever reason, we didn't. But, yeah, in terms of Reece in the midfield, some good moments, some decent passes here and there. But then again, you could just see that he's still not really that comfortable in that role. And, that's why he kept going for, the safe option instead of trying to progress play and all of that. And I can't knock him for it because the guy's not a midfielder. He's learning to play in that sort of role. And he's just doing it because we need some sort of physicality in the middle. I guess he gave it to us in some areas, but you're always going to be a little bit hampered with that for now. So all in all, I feel like losing Cole Palmer was just killing whatever minimal attacking threat that we had. And from that point on, it was just either 0-0 or 1-0, and we concede off a set piece. Arsenal's first set piece goal in 45 attempts. Charity FC back again. Great.
And Palmer FC, no Palmer, no party. I mean, it goes to show how important he is to us.
Even in spite of his lack of form, we really need him in the team. And him being out is a real problem. Now I think about it, why did he come on in the second half?
Who?
Palmer against Copenhagen. Did we really need him if he was that much of a doubt? Because I remember, I think Maresca said in the press conference leading up to it that he just came back to training the day before. Okay, if that's the case, and we clearly didn't play like we gave a shit about that game, literally everybody wanted that game over from minute one. Why did we bother? In hindsight, shouldn't have even bothered playing him. I'd rather him have 45 in this game than 45 in the last.
Yeah. From what I'm aware, it wasn't Copenhagen where he got injured. It's a muscle problem in training. But then you're right.
He had one training session before the last game, so clearly there was something on his. Something ticking leading up to that. So risk him for 45 in that game or this game? It's just a waste. It's just a waste. But this whole day just feels like a fucking waste. No one again turned up, bar Enzo, Cucurella, Badia Shield.
What about Neto up front?
It was all right. It was all right, but there was enough times where we get the ball and we're looking for a progressive pass and the guy's not making runs in behind, or he's just hanging about on the right-hand side. We already don't have a focal point. If you're going to be the number 9, we need you in the number 9 position. Although I say that, again, we interchange half the time, so I barely fucking know who's even in the 9 in those periods of the game anyway. Sometimes it was Nkunku, sometimes it was Sancho, sometimes it was Neto. We never stuck with anyone in that position. We just rotated it all the time and hoped it would lead to something. It never did. Never fucking did.
You think we should play Nkunku down the middle more if we're struggling for goals? Because we know that that's something he can offer, even if he...
shouldn't even be playing Nkunku at this point. This guy is just a net negative. He doesn't give me anything off the ball. He doesn't give me anything on the ball. There is no point. There is genuinely no point.
I don't understand why we're playing him on the wing, though. I mean, if you played him even as a striker...
George ain't trusted yet. That's what I think it comes down to. And I think George gave us a little bit of, energy when he came on. But, even then, the guy's inexperienced, and you could tell in certain phases, he didn't really want to take players on like that. Because I guess it's a big occasion for him, he's probably just not ready for it. But with the injuries that we have, we kind of have to force the situation. So it is just Nkunku and Sancho. I don't like it, but it's all that we had. It's literally all that we had at that point. Noni ain't fit, Palmer ain't fit, Jackson ain't fit. That is our 3 best forwards.
Thank you.
Yeah, and him too. 3 of our best forwards and our only other striker depth gone. I'll be real, I'm not even surprised we look that toothless. It's just, fuck me, that's what we brought in against an Arsenal side that weren't even great. They weren't amazing. They were a bit more direct than us, and that was it. And that's all that they needed to beat us down, one fucking set piece, because yet again, we don't mark the back post, and Nkunku and James are just no communication there whatsoever. It's dead. It's fucking dead. At the very least, everybody else dropped points around us. But again, it's a game that we failed to capitalise on. We could be talking about being 3 points off second. Now I'm just thinking, fuck second place. It's just about getting top 5 and
So
securing
I felt for a couple of,
But we were 1 game away from just being able to look up. And that's the thing. We were just 1 game away and we fumbled this fucking fixture again. And it's another season where we don't beat these scrubs. Another fucking season.
We've never had a fan camp, me and you, outside the Emirates, where we've had any good things to say.
Nope. It's always just been losses.
The first one was what? 3-1?
The 3-1.
5-0.
I was just laughing at Arsenal because we even scored. That's how bad we were that season. It's just pathetic. It's pathetic from so many aspects. But I don't even really know who I can blame, because you lose your top 3 forwards, it's going to impact your attacking play. We can be annoyed about the way that we played, but it again comes down to a point that we just had nothing in the final third. Because look, now the game's finished 20 minutes, I'm trying to be a little bit calmer about it. We did grow into it. We did control things a bit more. We had nothing. Nothing in the middle. And that's what our problem was. We just kept rotating over and over and over and over and over again, because we just could not put the ball in the middle to anybody, because there is nobody to put the ball into the middle for. So you're just stuck in a revolving circle of shit.
What do you make of the atmosphere, home fans and the away fans? And then obviously, I don't know if you stayed or not, but Maresca did actually clap the away fans.
Yeah, he got booed by a big section of them too. Like, I thought the away crowd was better than when I was at City. Still didn't think it was great, but like me and Thatcher and the others tried to keep everybody going. Home fans standard, sing when you're winning. Sing when you're winning. Like, it's decent. That's about it. But it's not even about an atmosphere war and everything like that. It should have been about us leaving here with something. We didn't even leave with anything. But we know the situation with our fans anyway. Like, the away crowd's gone down. The home crowd's already been dead. A lot of things about us right now are dead. We need Jackson and Noni and Palmer back ASAP. Otherwise, seriously, with the games that we have coming up, I don't know where our next win is. Maybe Tottenham, because it's just standard Tottenham. But like, we've got a really difficult race for top four with the toughest fixtures out of all of our rivals. This was yet another game that we could have left with something and we didn't leave with anything. It's just dejecting, very dejecting. But at least the race for top four is inconsistent as a motherfucker. So like, maybe we can get something in the remaining games. I'm trying to be optimistic, I really am, but fuck me, losing to these shadow dwellers kills me. Fucking kills me, man. Bless.
Good to see you.
Bless.